What's going on, guys? Going over my e24 project car. So this one's a parts donor, and this one is my 84 633 CSI. The one under the tarp is an 85 635. So a few problems that it had. Obviously, it looks like a barn find, a little worse than barn find. It was in the woods of Western Virginia. So those shots are shot, but I mean, it's got everything. So I mean, it's got the 3.2 in this one. The 635 had the 3.5, technically 3.4. So yeah, I threw a new battery in it because I wanted to see kind of what engages. After replaced the clutch master and the slave, and I got to replace kind of everything with this. So it's going to be getting a full rebuild. Dash is cracked. Suspension is holding up. I wouldn't drive it on it. Need to replace the brakes. Came on 14s. I swapped it over to the Style 5s, 15-inch. Rear window. So interior shot. Rear window was left down about 3 inches or so, about 3.5 inches. So critters got in there. It had a tarp over it, but tarps aren't going to stop critters. So if we open it up and look inside of it, so it's got the GetReg 260 5-speed manual. The reason I'm swapping out the clutch master is the slave is the clutch pedal sticks all the way to the floor. So I mean, I can move it fine. It's a shame about the interior being shot because the seats, I like the look of the red leather. Obviously driver's much worse. Foam's ruined, like something crawled in and lived. I got to replace the e-brake. The window switches don't work exactly. It's weird. They're a common failure, but again, it's set in the woods for fucking, I think the inspection on this one was last done in 2009. So I mean, like fucking over a decade sitting in the woods. So it's I mean, it's a project. The frame is okay. A few rust spots in the back. The common rust points for these is the wheel wells, or the arches for the rears especially. So I mean, having just a little bit of bubbling here and there, and a little bit of rust, some forming stuff. You can see inside there's a little bit more. To me, it's not the end of the world. The car is going to be built. So it's going to be a swap, and just in the swap that I'm doing, I have to swap out the rear end, and to do that I have to cut it. So yeah, I mean, it looks really just like a barn find car. So yeah, so I'm happy with the Style 5s on it. I think they look great. I picked them up off a guy in Pennsylvania for $150 for the set of 4. They have the caps. I don't expect the caps to not get stolen. But I mean, the inside is it's got the uterus style steering wheel, which is, I mean, not the best. I'm dropping my shit already. What a good YouTuber I'm gonna be. So yeah, clutch pedals are always constantly depressed. You can see there's a fucking wasp in here at some point. So I mean, battery plugged in, it's there. I mean, like, none of the switches work or get powered. This is supposedly like a circuit breaker for them. I don't know. So it's not the smoothest, but I mean, it is what it is. It's almost like your legs just stick, but well, it'll be fine. Turn it off. It's annoying as fuck. But no, I mean, it's a dope little car. I mean, I love how they have all the warning lights up on the side. You get the oil light, the inspection service, all that shit. So e-brake, let me zoom back out, sorry. E-brake, the button's fucking depressed way in there, so if I engage it, I have to use like an extension, a 1/4 inch to press it further so that I can release it. The seat motors actually fucking work in it. I always find it interesting because even in my donor, someone left a cassette in the car. This is the best of Luther Vandross, the best of love. So I mean, I just found it cool to find that shit. I love the look of these things. This is fucking stuck. But yeah, so it's gonna get gutted. I'm gonna clean the whole thing out. But yeah, no, it's a cool car, a cool little piece of German engineering. Headliner shot. It's disgusting. You can see the watermarks and shit from the years it's been. But the rest of the headliner doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna replace it, of course. But no, it's first things first is get that window up because it's getting to be winter and I don't want it to snow and then deal with that sitting there. Swap the lock for the driver door so that I can get it to lock properly. Not that anybody's gonna fucking steal it. But no, so yeah, that's the next project, the new project for me. So yeah, the whole process is gonna be start by doing cleaning. It's a project for me. I want it to be nice. Once it's cleaned up, I'm gonna go through rebuilding the motor. So I'm gonna pull the motor out of the 633. I'm also gonna pull the motor from the 635. It has, I think it was like 25 more. The torque is 25 more. The horsepower is, I want to say it was only like not even 10. But so I'll probably just rebuild this one, the 3.2. Once that's rebuilt, get it back in, deal with when it's out, obviously take care of getting the clutch and everything with the transmission rebuilt, depending on the state of that. Once I get it to where it can run, obviously I'm also gonna have to pull the fuel system out of either one of these and then try my best to get it cleaned up. I just got off the phone with BMW. There's 2 in the country fuel tanks. I have other fueling system components already coming, but the fuel tank, there's only 2 in the country, 2 in the US. They're about $1,500 before tax. So I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to try my best to get it cleaned out. Then once it starts, and before that, deal with the electrical inside. So interior is getting gutted to get everything cleaned out. Reupholster the seats. Rears aren't going back in. I don't care much for the rear seats in that I don't dislike rear seats in cars, and usually get it cleaned up, rebuild the motor, rebuild the trans, do the brakes. I'm not sure if I can rebuild the calipers. When I pull them apart, I'll be able to check. Obviously wheel bearings, the whole suspension is going to have to get redone. All the bushings are shot, wheel bearings are shot, everything's kind of rusted out under there. But that's kind of to be expected of a car that's been sitting for 2009, so 20, like, assuming 15 years. The other one, the one with the tarp, I'll do a video on that at some point. That's, again, a parts car that came from New York State. So I got the Virginia car and I got the New York State car. So state car, a little bit cleaner, to be fair, at least in terms of it not being absolutely filthy. But I talked to the guy that sold me this one, or traded me this one for some engine parts. All in all, in terms of what was being asked for these, just so that everybody has an idea of kind of what it costs to get into them, at least in a terrible state that they are. The one under the tarp that I'll go over at a later date cost me about $600, including having it delivered down to me in Central Jersey. The white one, what was asked was about $1,000. So yeah, I'm less than $3,000 into owning both of them, including the swapped wheels, which I fucking love. They don't look right on it because it's so fucking filthy, but I think once I clean it, I don't know what I'm going to do suspension wise. It's going to obviously be whatever's cheapest, because the goal is to just get it rebuilt and running. So typically the cheapest option is usually coilovers, which I'm not a hater of coilovers. I'm not the biggest fan of coilovers, for especially cheap ones. But I think for cost effectiveness, just get it built, because I'm going to have to swap everything out anyway when I get to the build. I'll be okay. A couple other points with this one, just things that I have to keep in mind with it. Obviously, if you have some of the arch rust back behind the rear windows and the trim, moisture can also get back into those. And once moisture gets into those, it gets built up, you can get a little bit of rust. So I'll do my best to get that cleaned out, replace the trim, see what I can do about getting that sorted. But all in all, you know, it's a decent car to start the build. I love the e24s, the Sharknose 6 Series. But yeah, I hope you guys will stay with me. We'll go over learning reupholstery, engine building, trans, all that.